Now, let's discuss about the incoming option, what common IPPBX offers. It offers various incoming options, which are very, very wide in range and can meet any of the complicated requirements by your customer. Now, auto attendant. In fact, as far as common is concerned, auto attendant offers a multi-layered auto attendant. In fact, you can keep on, creating branches. That is absolutely unlimited. So I'll just tell you how it can be created. I mean, here you can create a new, okay, create a name. I'll just take an edit option. So in this, you can have, you just keep creating, like, for example, you want to add, say 3, what do you want to do with that play message? Like, for example, the digit, whatever, in case if the person presses digit, what it should be done. So you'll be able to move it to any of the further activity. Like, for example, you can move it to an ACD, an inbound call center, or you can create a follow me, a missed call, or you can play a message, or you can move it to a voicemail, whatever you want to do, or you can move it to a round robin, or the ringing pattern, or a simultaneous, whatever you want to do, you'll be able to do it over here. And the number of digits need not be a single digit. You can actually have a 2-digit or a 3-digit also. So if a customer presses 22, what action should be done? Well, I mean, you'll be able to do that. Or in case, if the customer presses the extension number, it will automatically go to an extension number. Okay. Now here on the front end, you can edit and set up, what is the welcome file message. Okay. So, and then in case of failure, see, in fact, all our incoming options offers a 2 level. That is a failure option as well, unlike other systems. So if you have chosen round robin as your incoming ringing pattern, if probably you say you set round robin pattern for 30 seconds, and in case if nobody has picked up, then it will go to a failure option. In case we choose that failure option is after 30 seconds, then you can actually set an altogether a new different pattern, move it to, probably you can play a message, or like whatever you want to do. So ours is a 2-layered incoming option. So that will give a humongous amount of flexibility for you to program as per the customer needs, some complicated needs of the customer. Okay, so here the failure timeout, you can set it up, probably 30 seconds or whatever. So after 30 seconds, in case if the desired the activity did not happen, it will actually fall in the failure mode, and then it will go to the next option. Then here is a drone option. See, drone is basically, this was designed for a customer. I'll probably show that test drone. Okay, add. So here what happens is, like, typically a repetitive nature of call. This was designed for a company which had a 4-seater call center. The job was primarily to take service complaints from the customer, which the nature of the job involves just repetitive questions and the answers, and then entry of calls to be done in their CRM system. Okay, now what we need to do is, like, for example, typically what happens is, when some customer calls up, you'll ask standard questions, like, for example, your good name, please, which company are you from, what's your mobile number, what's the product you are using, and what's the complaint you have. Okay, so such questions. And then I mean, as a human, that's what they normally ask. Okay, here the same thing can be automated. So here you choose the file name, so you pre-record those questions, you choose the file name and give a gap. Say 4 is a default, like you can even have 5 seconds for customer to answer. 4 is a normal thing. Okay, and then 2, the next question, say probably OS follow-up 2. Okay, so you can give, say, 4 seconds for the customer to reply. So like this, you'll be able to design, and finally you can submit that. So this file, whatever gets recorded, is sent as an email for a email, and then one of them can just read the email and do the service call. See, this particular, I mean, this kind of an option is not available with any other EPABX, so probably customer may not be used to it. But then if it's a regular process, and the customers are regular customers who calls back again and again, the success percentage will increase. So when, just to give you a statistical data, when the customer where we introduced, for whom we developed this product, okay, initially the success rate was 20%, and then now currently they are at around 65%. And even the rest of them, who do not, means when I say success, who answer all the questions, and which does not require a callback, and the entry can be made. Okay, so even the 35% what is failing today, who do not give the details in full or go by the process, they can actually call back the customer, because you will always get the CLI number, and then you can get the details. So but the customer was able to achieve from 4 people, they were able to reduce it to 1%. So that was the success of this drone operation. The same drone operation can be used for giving a toll-free operation. Like for example, if a customer wants to, if you open up a toll-free operation for for the operators or anybody who attend the call, absolutely you have no control over it. I mean, people can keep on talking for a longer time. As you pay for the call, it might end up with a high telecom bill. So in this case, you can still give a toll-free. If the process can be automated, something like this, as standard questions we asked, and then if even if the customer doesn't answer, you'll always get an email with the CLI, so you'll be able to call back and get the details. So the couple of other customers are using for a toll-free operation. Okay, now the next operation is a regular manual. What most of the ePBX offers, round robin or a simultaneous. In a round robin, we actually give 6 ringing options. So you can choose, like for example here, test RR. So you'll be able to keep selecting this thing, and then you can set the ring time. Say 30 seconds is the ring time, or every extension how much it should ring. So 10 seconds or 20 seconds. Okay, and then again, as I said, it's a failure option in case, say for example, if you have chosen 10 seconds, after 20 seconds, it can probably, you can make it to ring in simultaneous ring also. For another set of, you select the context. Okay, so typically it's a 2-layered, as I said. Okay, now simultaneous. What is the advantage in our simultaneous? You can even actually, if you have a 100 extension in our system, you have absolutely no restriction in terms of simultaneous. You can make all 100 rings simultaneously also. And again, here also it's a dual this thing. Okay, so the failure option you have in case, say for example, if you have chosen simultaneous for 20 seconds, and if people don't pick up, even if it is ringing in all 100 extension, you can probably choose the next mode of maybe a voicemail or something. I mean, or you can play a message. So that gives that flexibility. The next option I'm going to discuss about is missed call. What it does is, probably you would have noticed, in the TV sometimes there are slots available, and there they try to promote their product. So what they do is they ask you to give a missed call. If you are interested in the campaign, then you always, they ask you to give a missed call. So typically what happens is, in such a scenario, probably the customer will take a slot for about half an hour. Okay. And in that half an hour, the calls are going to be extremely high, while the rest of the day, there's not going to be, they spend quite a bit of money for that half an hour slot. And they expect a lot of calls at that point of time. So what it will do is, it will just get the missed call when it will make you to ring. So here, and then that the CLI is actually forwarded to a campaign. So this is basically a call center facility. Okay. So where the CLI, whoever has called up, the number is captured and it is moved automatically to the campaign. And it is allotted to the agent on a random basis, like based on the campaign they've chosen, whether it's a predictive dialing or a progressive dialing. Based on that, the customer gets called and then the sales process goes on. Okay. So that's about the missed call. This is more of a call center facility. Okay. So here you'll be able to program, maybe you just give a name and then which campaign it should go and then how long it should ring. So here no extension is connected. It is actually terminated directly, on the thing, and then the CLI is captured. Okay. So next I'm going to explain about random call distribution. This is otherwise called as, random round robin or a random simultaneous. So here what happens is, say for example, in a factory kind of a scenario, you take production department. So normally other ePBXs offers only a round robin where, one X will be made the person to receive the call and then he transfers the call. So typically every department you end up getting an operator. Okay. So which is unwelcome because, it actually number of calls gets loaded for that particular person. So in our case, what happens? Nobody will be made an operator. Say, for example, a production department has chosen round robin. So, it will actually see who has attended the call, the last call, or who has attended maximum call in terms of time. Okay, it will search for the last half an hour. And then if whoever has attended the call, it will ignore. And the call will be transferred to the remaining people. So everybody gets to attend the call so that the call is evenly distributed and nobody becomes an operator. So, they have to transfer the call so that, but this becomes a pure this thing where, nobody is made as an operator and then still the round robin, or they still receive the call and then they transfer it among themselves. So the next one is going to be, it's a very serious, a ringing pattern, automatic call distribution. I'm sure, all of you would have, at least once you would have made a call to a bank or something where a professional inbound call center happens. Okay. So in that scenario, you would normally made to wait for a particular point of time. It will keep telling. So in our system, you can exactly replicate what a professional call center can do. Okay. Now, you can announce, the caller that, you are fifth in queue, and it will approximately take about 15 minutes for you to attend the call. Okay. There's, so as it keeps going, it can keep playing messages. It can promote, it can play promotional messages. It can play hold on music, keep you engaged with various other activities as found appropriate by the company. So all that can be done. So if you really look at an automatic call distribution, a very, very extensive requirement. Okay. You can go to our website and look at the meaning, because it's, a very, very extensive thing. So you can look at meaning of each and everything. A lot of parameters are kept here. Okay. Which determines the quality of the queue. Okay. And you can be rest assured, virtually you can replicate what a professional, inbound call center makes. It has all the facilities. None of that are, missed in this. So you can actually, here you'll be able to fix up what kind of file you want to play. Okay. So standard files, like, you are next in the queue, whatever announcement, like for example, how long it's going to take for an agent to attend the call or whatever. I mean, a proper queue management can be done with our system. And next I'm going to talk about Follow Me. This is a very interesting, facility. I've just done a testing here. Okay. I mean, test Follow Me. So what it does is, it's otherwise called as call forking. So you can have a combination of, here you can keep on adding. There is absolutely no restriction. You can even add 10 to 15 mobile numbers simultaneously, or, combination of mobile numbers and extension numbers. So what it means is, whenever an incoming call comes where you have chosen, this Follow Me option, it will ring simultaneously. So in this case, it will ring in 202 and 988401919 and 203 simultaneously for 15 seconds. Okay. And then if nobody picks up, then it will ring in 201 and 988428801 simultaneously for the next 15 seconds. And if nobody picks up, then it goes to 988430880. So like this, I've given 4 options, which you can keep, exploring that. Okay. Now, the best part about is, the moment someone picks up the call for the rest of them gets disconnected. So, that way, this will, in fact, this will help you to optimize, like for example, after office hours, in case if you want to receive your call on your mobile. Okay. Or during the lockdown times, you'll be able to program to receive the calls outside the office in your mobile. So all that can be programmed using this Follow Me option. Then comes the CBCD. This is called as caller ID based call transfer. So you'll be able to map an extension number with any mobile numbers. Like it can be, or any number, in fact, not mobile number. Whenever that CLI comes, the call can bypass the operator and land with you straight. For example, your home number. So your home wife, when she calls up, she has no other business to talk to someone else. So, automatically it senses her mobile number and the call lands with my extension automatically. Okay. So the same way, you'll be able to have a set of numbers. Say, in a scenario like this, where, say an organization decides that, anytime the customer calls up, there is the CRM assigned for that, say 100 mobile numbers for a CRM. So whenever that customer calls up, you can actually allot it to that mobile number. I mean, sorry, that extension. And then the call will be made to ring, directly. So, caller ID based call transfer, it's basically, it does whenever you mapped an mobile number to an extension, whenever there's a call from that extension number, it reaches that extension automatically. So that's in a nutshell. Now, we have gone. Now, you'll be able to add numbers like this. Just put a CLI and then select the extension and save. You can keep adding that. Or you can also bulk upload. Like, for example, you can create an Excel sheet, keep it with you, and any point of time, you'll be able to upload it. Okay. Now, what we have done in COM1, what is so special about say CBCD is, there are times where when you have, an operator kind of a setup in a DID, in a pilot number. So whenever people make an external outbound call, okay, and there are times where the called person will not be able to pick up the call. And when the called person calls back this organization, it will invariably land with this, the operator, and the operator will not know who called him the last. Okay. So what happens is, she will say that it is a number. I mean, there are about 500 odd extensions, and, we don't know who called you. Okay. So in that case, what this normally does is, this will store, when, say, for example, if X has called me outside, whoever is outside, and I did not pick up the call. Okay. And I'm calling back the company, and but this will store excess number against my CLI, and then whenever I call back, this will bypass the operator and land with X directly. So for example, if there are 2-3 people have tried me from the same organization, but the call will land to the person who called me the last. Okay. So to that extent, you will be able to transfer this will bypass the operator and land with the person whoever has called. Okay. So that's about CBCT. Now in settings. Okay. Now, as I said, you have a day mode option as well as night mode option. You'll be able to program a different ringing pattern for a day mode option, and then you can have a night mode separately, and then you can choose to record the files. Like for example, a certain maybe a DID to MD need not be recorded, so you can select no. Otherwise, if you select yes, all the incoming calls in that particular DID gets recorded. And holiday context is a very, very advanced night mode, where you'll be able to have a different ringing pattern for that particular time. And then music on hold. I mean, in our system, you can have different music on hold for different DID. Okay, so you'll be able to create various context of music on hold, combination of music on hold with various music. Where along with that, you want to announce some and make some announcement, and you'll be able to create that, and then you can set it up. Say for example, if your company has 3 different companies in the same same PRI with different DIDs, you'll be able to have separate set of music for different companies with different announcement. So that brings an end to what are the options we have for your incoming setting. Thank you very much.